Welcome to another Rentman tutorial. In this video, we'll cover how to create a pre-tenancy when an applicant applies for a property and how to turn that into an active tenancy once they're approved. A pre-tenancy in Rentman works just like a regular tenancy, but without a start date and only with the key information filled in. This allows you to log the application, carry out reference checks, and AML risk assessments. Once the applicant is approved, you can easily convert the pre-tenancy into an active tenancy, or if not approved, cancel it and refund or retain the holding deposit. If the applicant is already approved, you can skip the pre-tenancy step and go straight to creating an active tenancy. There are several ways to create a tenancy or pre-tenancy. From the property screen, click Create Tenancy, or go to Tenancies at the top, then click Add New. In this example, we'll open the applicant's record and choose Create Pre-Tenancy. Then select the property they've applied for. To add more potential tenants, click Add New on the right. Any names from the applicant window will be automatically included. Click Next to continue. Enter the rent amount. If a move-in date was suggested, add the date range. If not, you can leave it blank. Click Next when done. This can all be changed again later if necessary. Set the rent in advance and deposit details, then click Next to continue. This defines what's due before move-in if the tenancy proceeds. Before clicking Save, consider the following options. Send registration email. This sends the applicant login details for Rentman online so they can fill in personal details and right-to-rent information themselves. If you use Vorensis and haven't done referencing or AML checks yet, check the box to send those requests automatically. If the applicant is already approved and you no longer need further viewings, tick the box to cancel upcoming appointments and notify attendees. Finally, click Save, and that's it. The pre-tenancy is now created in Rentman. From here, you can process reference checks and send draft tenancy agreements and agreement to lease documents. To take a holding deposit, use Receive Money at the top or from the Pre-tenancy tab on the left. And if the application is denied, simply click Cancel and Withhold. Once the application is approved, click Tenancies at the top, then search for and double-click to open the tenancy window. Go to Tenancy Details and fill in or update the tenancy start and end dates. You can also adjust the rent or deposit amounts if needed. The first rent date determines when the first rent period starts, so if the tenant has requested a specific due date, make sure it's reflected here. Check everything is correct, then click Save. The tenancy is now active. You can proceed with sending tenancy agreements and other required documentation. Let's look at how to create a tenancy for an applicant who's already approved. This time, we'll click Create Tenancy from the property screen, though the same steps apply regardless of where you start. If the applicant is already in Rentman, click the magnifying glass icon to find and select them. Otherwise, just enter their details manually. Use Add New to include additional tenants. You can enter bank details and employment info now, or let the tenant complete those via Rentman Online. Next, set the tenancy dates, rent amount, and rent period. Then enter the deposit and rent in advance amounts. If a guarantor is required, enter their details in the next step. Click Add New if there's more than one. Finally, review the options and click Save to complete the tenancy setup. That covers the basics on how to create a tenancy. In future tutorials, we'll take a more in-depth look at tenancies, covering topics like the move-in checklist, right to rent, sending documents, and more. Thanks for watching, and as always, feel free to get in touch if you have any questions.